So, welcome to all of you who have already joined this global community meeting. I'm Heike Fischer from Germany, and I'm very excited since I don't know where we are going to now. We are starting with an introduction, and then we're going to have some slides that Victoria and Kathy are helping me with, what we are doing, what we are not doing here. And then we are talking about the tasks that you are volunteering and how you feel where you feel excitement for what you're doing. So, hello. Oh, there are hearts coming up.
Hi, Machin.
Hi, Martin.
Hi, Kathy. Hi, Hike.
Yes. Yeah, and I would suggest that we're just making a little round and I introduce myself again, and then I call someone, and then you just introduce yourself, and then you're calling someone until we're all done. So just say your name, where you're from, and what brought you here to this global community group. So I'm starting. I'm Heike from Germany. I stumbled into this more like an accident. And I think what makes me qualified for being in this place is that I've worked with the German associations for many years. I was on a board. I was for, how can we transport e-courses and certain ways how can we bring qualified the work into this world in groups, in seminar weeks, and how do we keep it clean and clear what Katie has given to us, like just as she said, are you still asking the 4 questions? She asked that once when we started with our association. And this is what I want to bring. And I want to connect all the other associations in the world and see and learn from them and see how we can exchange. So this is what brought me here, this vision, and to get to know all of you a little bit better. So I would love to pass it along to Meishing. How are you pronouncing you that way, Meishing?
Yes, machine.
Yes, would you go along?
Hi, yes, my name is Mei-Xin Chen. I currently live in New York City. I originally from China, and actually, Kathy said I might better suit the community group. That encourages me. Actually, in China, there already are facilitators who organize some e-course to train people, but I personally think they didn't purely translated Katie's e-course over 100%. So if I can do anything, I feel to share the original version. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I actually don't know what exactly I can do right now, but I'm sharing the Katie's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday Zoom work online in Chinese platform, because Chinese people can't get on YouTube. So maybe I can do these to transfer the information from here to China, since they cannot get into those websites. They cannot even get on Byron Katie's website, thework.com, without using the VPN tool. Yeah, so maybe I can do something. Not sure what I exactly can do, but I'm willing to do something. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and I would love to connect with you on that and suggestions how we can send all this information to you. I have also an AI tool to translate all these e-courses and stuff in 1 or 2 minutes. And
Oh,
this,
that sounds great.
yeah, I just
Yeah.
know how to send it, and I would love that. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I actually
help
have a
that.
online sharing going every weekly with the people. Most of them are Chinese or Taiwanese. So if I have some e-course resources, I definitely will share with them. And also to Chinese community group of people, whoever interested. Yeah.
That is great. Perhaps we are creating a list how we can reach each other from our group here to have our contact details and how to send it, and then we can send that. Thank you so much. Who are you calling?
Thank you. Oh, nobody else got called?
Can you see it at all who's in there?
Okay. I just don't want to double call because I was late for 7 minutes.
You were first.
Okay, thank you for telling me. No, so maybe Victoria?
Thank you, Mei-Xing. I'm Victoria. I'm living in Germany as well, but I also operate out of several other locations, New York as well, Mei-Xing, and Tokyo and Florida. So I hop a lot. I'm here. I'm called to be here. I felt that. And I'm here to do the work. I'm here to practice the work with all of you. And I'm here to support and also be supported by this wonderful group of people that have come into my life. The global communities is the doorways to so many worlds, not just the work, but the work in different languages. And I am someone who has grown up in many different cultures, and I believe in the value of reaching across and sharing knowledge. And the work is the vehicle for that for me. But more, I know across the world, the fascination and the beauty of meeting people that I never would have come across on a Zoom call that at this very moment at 6:14 have all decided to be on the same call. And I find this just beautiful. So that's why I'm here. I can't wait to get started and work with everyone. And with that, I'm going to call on Maud.
Thank you so much. Okay, my name is Maud Chinembili. I hope you can pronounce that better. My surname means the famous one. So I think I'm going to be the famous in the work. Anyway, I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so excited to be here. And I want to thank my friend Cinta, for inviting me to this, because there's a lot that was happening for the past month, and it was like devastating for me. And I thought, oh my God, my world is going to crash, and then I'm not going to. So this is like, I think it was another door closing and then another door opening for me, because the work is now my life and is everything to me. It's like the way I am now. I always say, when Kate met me, I just said, oh, my world is started and I've got a new life. And so I was living, my life is just like the work, and I didn't know where it's going to take me, how far I'm going to reach. And so now when I came here, I said, oh, my purpose is back and my strength is back. I was so sick, but now I feel happy, and I feel like everything is just coming, like my life is rejuvenating. It's like a flower is now blooming again. And I'm so happy. I'm here to do what needs to be done for me. to save other people, to save other people's lives, like what the work did to me and what Katie has given me, the privilege, you know, the work, you know, is life, it's true and it's real, and it brings happiness, peace, and comfort. So this is what I'm here to do. So at your disposal, tell me what to do and I'll do it. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Maud. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Maud, can I ask where you're calling from?
Zimbabwe. Yes, from Zimbabwe. I'm in Harare, the capital city. Yeah.
It's such
So
a grace to have you here and have this technology to make that possible. So
yes,
that
thank you. So I'm just gonna call on Keva. He's the only man here, the gentleman.
Was that Carver?
Kava.
Thank you. I just love being here. I'm so excited to be here. I'm today just, as Victoria said on the last call, circle shopping and just here to listen in. And I am just so grateful for this practice. And as you were talking, it just made me think about how it's such a privilege or honor are the words that are coming up for me in sitting with other people and supporting them in the practice as well. So I love watching this world come together in this, and that's it. And I can't see who else is on here, but Heike, do you want to do a name for me?
Yes, it's Kathy, it's Victoria, it's Maud, it's Valencia, it's Jacintia, it's
Kathy, have you gone yet?
Not yet.
All right, Kathy.
Okay. Thanks, Carver. So I'm Kathy. I live on Vancouver Island in Canada. I'm originally from the UK and lived in Scotland for many, many years. And when I was in the UK, I sort of helped a little bit with trying to get an association for the UK facilitators of the work up and running. We used to have meetings twice a year. We never formally organized ourselves. We weren't like the German group who were really efficient and organized. So I think it takes a sort of little cultural difference to be able to do that, which we were very loosey-goosey with our kind of attempts. So I'm here because it was funny, as you were talking, Victoria, I was just suddenly taken back to being 16 years old, and my parents actually sent me to an international school, and the school I went to was founded post-war Britain based on the premise that if you bring young people together from different countries, different nations, different languages, they will know each other, they will know their cultures. They are less likely as they grow up to go to war because they won't go to war with their friends. So I just go back to that time of being that 16-year-old kid who knew very little outside of her world of the UK, and suddenly her eyes were opened to cultures, languages, traditions, diversity in all sorts of ways. And those 2 years of my life from 16 to 18 has deeply impacted everything that I've done since. And I just come back to that. It's like, it feels like that again. It's like, oh my God, we're coming together, we're making friends, and we've got the work. Like, oh my goodness, what a winning combination for world peace. Yeah, so that's why I'm here. And I will tag Jacinta.
Yes. So hello everybody, my name is Jacinta. it's written like that, but it's like nobody understands it never, because we say Mexico, we say Mexico in Spanish, and we write it with X anyway. So for us, we can use the X as Jot also. So my name is Jacinta. That's the explanation to my name. I was born in Mexico, and I've been living in Germany, I think around maybe almost 15 years. Exactly. And listening to all your stories, I can just, pick up pieces from this story and that story, which also count for my own existence, and mainly, of course, the sharing, the love sharing for the work, which has certainly made my life a completely different life. I think now I don't even have words for that. And so since some time, I just feel I just live in with such a deep gratitude. And I have been using the word for many, many, many years. And I felt it was for me necessary to do it with myself first. Like I had so much work to do with myself. I needed so many years, a long time. And that has started to change since a couple of years. So I'm part of the German Association. I'm part of the Spanish speaking association. And yeah, somehow it feels that I feel so much like I can connect with all these different cultures and parts of me. And so I feel I have also a German part. That's why I live here. Apparently, it's really funny. And love to be able to do that while I'm also in Mexico. So I'm here. I feel I have certain capacities. I very much hope that I can bring them here into the work and the task we'll get. And I work independently. That means sometimes I work a lot and then I have little time, but sometimes I work less and then I have more time for this. So I hope I manage to combine the things I get to be able in this context and to do it together with my normal jobs, I would say. Yeah, and loving to be able to work with you and know you more and work individually, maybe with some of you. That would be lovely. And let's say Valentina.
Hello. Wonderful to be here. I am from Moscow in Russia, and I belong to the association that was founded 6 years ago. And I'm one of the administrators, or like basically have some tasks on top of just, being in the practice of the work. And because I am able to connect with people globally on behalf of the association, and because I love doing that, I'm here. What's going on with us? We are actually celebrating Katie's birthday every year, and we start sometime in November. So the whole of next week, we are going to have webinars every day open to anyone who wants to join, and facilitators will be doing the work on different topics, like whatever they like. They will be inviting people to join them and just explore. And then after that, we'll be doing sessions again for anyone who wants to try the work, and that will go until December 8th. So we are entering a very active phase, which is happening every year for us since we started. In the first 3 years, Katie was joining us, and she would host, some session with one of the people who wanted to do the work. But then she said, okay, now you're on your own. You know what to do. Just go and do it yourself. And we're trying to make sure that we still do the right thing. And right now there are around 100 people who are part of this organization, and we also have some social media with people who just follow. And just this week, which is almost over, we were hosting our yearly morning walk marathon, and people would post on social media how they practice, how they follow the invitation to do the walk. And so we are all very, it's not for profit, so we are all very enthusiastic and excited by the fact that other people are practicing, and we just want to keep sharing that and spreading that. And there are 2 certified facilitators who are part of this group. Other people have been trained by them or trained by some others. So we're glad that we have a lot of diversity in our community, and I think it's only going to grow. And we used to have events just, in Moscow and some other cities, and now we are hoping to expand because there are more people who can do it now. So we're hoping to expand all over Russia, in large cities where there's about 1 million residents, to host in-person workshops. So we're working to make sure that the work is available in Russian. So of course it is on the website, but I'd love to be in touch with all of you, with the global community, so that this continues and that anything that comes up in the work community is also known and available to the Russian speakers, not necessarily based in Russia, but those who use the language wherever they are. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for giving an insight into your beautiful work that you're doing there. And I'm really inspired, and this is one beautiful thing what this group is about, I think. It's we are sharing. I mean, we have a lot of structure in the German Association, and at the same time, it's so inspiring to see other structures that are working as well and that could be added, and we can so much learn from each other. So yes, I think we should build a thing that is called resources, where we can share and where we are meeting what we have to, and like an inventory, is that the right word? To just see what we are how rich we are, what's already there, ideas, and yeah. Okay, so but now, before we are going into this, I think everybody, also the invisible people, have shared now. I would love to hand it over. Covers writing shared best practices.
Oh, sorry, I just wanted to put that in there. Yeah, it's so beautiful to see the different associations coming together and sharing what works, what doesn't work, and yeah. And just it's interesting culturally and language, and there's so many minute differences that just, yeah.
Yeah, and Cover, since you just spoke up, I have just an idea about just making another a spreadsheet or a task list or something that we could do, like collecting items like resources and also difficulties like things that we can overcome, how we can share this with VPN things or so. I just thought it would be nice if we collect that while we are sharing already. Okay, I don't know, just a thought.
No, I actually, I'll go, I have the ideas and submissions link, and I'm going to go in there right now and I'll drop that in for you.
Okay.
Because I same thing, ideas go in and out of my head so quickly. So I like to try and...
You could create a spreadsheet for me where I can put it in. That would be so lovely. And all the others could put the things in. That's not me alone. We all. Okay, so would you like to continue with the slides? And I thought we might not need to share all of this, just who we are, who we aren't, but I think there are 52 slides, and I thought just the introduction and the global community slides, right? I have no idea what I'm doing, so please help me on that.
Is that true?
I don't know.
I wanted to ask the same question. Is that true?
just do
Okay,
something.
let's just go with the I don't know mind.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a little power. Is that true?
Do you want me to share slides, or Victoria, were you going to share slides? What, I can do it.
Take
Okay,
it away, Kathy.
Take it away. All right, share. All right. So, can everyone see that? Yeah.
Yes.
So great. So why are we here? That's a question to ask the work community overall, not just global communities within the work community, but why are we here in the work community? And here's our purpose: to create a supportive, inclusive community committed to the practice of self-inquiry through the work of Byron Katie. We aim to provide a safe space for individuals to explore, grow their practice, share experiences of the work, fostering a culture of open dialogue, self-compassion, transformation. Our community values diversity, respect, the principles of the work, which includes the practice of self-inquiry and self-realization. And, you know, for me, anytime I come across a mission statement, I always need to reignite it within myself and make sure those words still resonate. So, and I would hope that all of us, in terms of being part of this community, will often look to those words and if they need to change, we can change them. There are words, right? They've been kind of put together for now. They're good enough for now. And we can refine and come back to those words whenever we want. So just saying, it's not written. These aren't written in stone. So okay. So our goals are to do the work, to have limited responsibilities. So, you know, whatever we do in the work community, it's not full-time job, it's a volunteer-led organization, and that we're going to use sociocratic organization. Now, if you're not familiar with sociocracy, don't worry, because as the circles, as the community, the sub-circles, which I'll go into in a minute, join and come together, we will be educated as you go. You'll learn sociocracy, and that's the best way to learn. It's a governance tool, basically. It's how you make decisions, how you choose and do elections, those kind of things, how you run meetings. That's basically how the sociocracy works. We've got these two slides, which I'll just put up briefly, which are what the work community is and what it isn't. And if you can come back to the recording if you want to study these more. I'm not going to go over them in much detail, but it's just a really good reference point to say, okay, what does BKI do? What did the Institute of the Work do? What did they hold? What are we aiming to do through the work community? And again, you know, any of the ticks or the X's, those can change over time. This is for now. And just, you know, we'll see how things develop. But these two slides are a very good kind of just orientation of what we are and what we aren't in terms of the work community. And what we've done in terms of organization is we've created these circles. And there are three, what we might call top circles, but I wouldn't want you to think of top circles as in a hierarchy. It's just, these are the central circles, are the overarching kind of linking. So we've got the practice circle. It's like all the organizations and things that just get the work out there, the work for breakfast, find a partner, e-courses, events, those kind of things. Then there's the admin circle, which is the logistics, you know, if we start collecting fees, the budgeting, do we create ourselves as a non-profit, those kind of organizations, the website, running of the organization, the admin circle. And then there's the community circle, which is where global communities sit within. And as we have that as our place, I'm going to go down to practice circle, just finding the next slide I want to go to, this one. So within community circles, there is global communities, and this is where we're at. So it's to create, these are some of the aims, some of the actions that we've come up with for global communities, to offer a page on the website that all the communities that already exist, which some of you on the call have, that you are kind of listed or somehow sorted out on that page on the work community website. And then research, identify communities, you know, what we were just discussing earlier about shared resources. You know, if I want to start a community in my little part of the world, I could come to the work community and I could find the tools or the ideas and bounce off other people's tools or ideas of how I can start my little area networking place. And, you know, it could be as organized and elaborate as the German Association and run trainings and create facilitators. It could be that. It could be as loosey-goosey as what we had in the UK of, like, we met twice a year and just got together and did the work. So, you know, those kind of yeah, and lots of scope in between to learn and share. So you know, there's a list of bunch of stuff to do here, the actions to do, you can read through. And yeah, if there's anything anyone wants to add or subtract, it's like coming together and working with that. So I don't know if there's anything more at this point, Heike.
Kathy, I thought if you'd want to share the planning document or the work community where all the volunteers are and the action items sit.
Ah, okay.
And because just a heads up, this was this slide, we just threw a bunch of, as people were coming up with ideas, we would try and collect them here. And we've since moved that over into the Excel document, which is I think it's your next tab to the left up top. The green Google Excel spreadsheet document.
Green Google Excel spreadsheet document. Okay, I'm going to have to stop share.
Okay.
I probably have it. If you mean it, I can just.
And Victoria's just,
yeah. Is it this one?
That's great.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so this might look a little daunting at first, but what we've done is just dropped in every task. A lot of people are coming up with great ideas and suggestions, just like Heike had suggested, creating a space for shared practices and what works, what doesn't, et cetera. How can that be a central place to share? And so as those ideas are coming in, we're trying to collect them so that they're not just slipping into space and being forgotten. So this is kind of the central brain right now. And as Kathy says, this could totally change as we begin to form the subcircles. And well, and I don't, however you guys want to take this on this call, is one of the thoughts was to you know, yes, there's some information in here. And what else do you guys see? What else do you see this global communities being and forming into? And I'm not sure if this is the space to do that, or if you want to do that on a different call.
And in interest of the time, I think.
Yeah.
We are going to have another call where we are going more into details, I think.
Okay, yeah, and I would just say for now, just to keep it simple, is we can share the ideas and suggestions submission link so that if you do come up with anything, you can just add it in there and it's captured. It's not gonna, it won't be lost into space.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll copy that and drop it into the chat thread right now.
Great. And I would like to know you to know that we have already collected like 36 countries, or I mean like 30 countries, but 36 groups or communities or associations. We haven't found the name for that yet, because some of us are like 900 people and some of us are 4 people who are meeting regularly. So we're just trying to bring all these people together, and we have already many people holding the line, waiting what we are doing now here, our group. And there are tasks like an onboard. I thought about an onboarding WhatsApp group where we are probably collecting people from different countries together and then bring something in, whatever. It's just an idea. So there are many tasks how we can go into details together. Yeah, I lost it now. So anyone else? Kathy, you look like you want to say something.
Well, just in terms of, do anyone need any clarification questions, have any clarification questions, or need any more information about, you know, the global communities group and where it sits within the work community and the aims of this group?
Yes, if anyone knows anyone, you can just put it into our WhatsApp group that we are having, and we can also add them to the spreadsheet that we are having, and we are doing more research on that. Thank you, Kathy. So anyone else wants to add? I think, Victoria, you're having a lot of insights from your circle.
I think this phase is a little bit more difficult than some of the other circles because it is not as defined in its function per se. We know that global communities is about finding the massive network that is out there. It is, however, not something that can be easily compartmentalized as the work for breakfast or e-courses that already have its own structure and curriculum to a certain extent. So the flexibility is certainly there. I think for right now, what Heike has been really focused on in this is to just identify where we are seeing individuals. So if there's a task that we could jointly work on right now, it would really be looking at your communities that you're in, your existing relationships with your fellow facilitators or other individuals interested in the work, and finding out what country they're actually doing the work in. Are they somebody that we might be able to bring on board that has a voice that is not being heard? And that would be probably my opinion, the highest priority item, and to just get them in onto a piece of paper so that when the time comes and we have enough, as we have some 20-something people, like I said, that we can communicate with everyone as best as we can in their language. So there's some other things on the tech side that have to be also ironed out, like our Zoom account. I don't know if anybody knows this, but Zoom has the ability to do captions in foreign language. You know, this is something that would be extremely helpful in this group. You know, we wouldn't have to translate into Chinese, into Japanese. This would be already in itself a very valuable tool to bring us all together. And so I see that as sort of the very, very first thing, is to capture the repository of all of the individuals doing the work across the world as best we can. And then, as Carver mentioned, learning from them their best practices, what's working for them, what's not working for them, the VPN, situation. And we could just create a list of those too. Maybe start with yourself, start with your own association. What's working in your association? What would you like to see in your association? So I think that's the right starting place, in my opinion, for this group. And the other that I wanted to bring up, Heike, was that this did come up, and that is, what are we calling the group? This has come up so many times. And so I am 100% sure that the answer exists here, and we will find it. But it is definitely something that we all are working on right now. We've tried global communities, we've tried global partnerships, we've called global alliances. The reason why is because community circle and global communities has the same ring to it. And that's what's causing us a little bit of You know, we would like to have something that is a little bit more differentiated between the parent circle and this sub-circle. So
I wonder if the parent circle name could be communications circle, and then global communities could be the name of this sub-circle.
I hear the first vote coming out from Kathy White, everybody. Kathy, bringing up the proposal. Appreciate it. Anybody else? Anybody else have anything to say?
Jacinta, you're muted.
Yeah, I was just reading what Carver wrote, but I didn't manage to read it totally.
I was joking.
Okay. Let's see. Not yet. I don't have something particular yet. I actually have some questions, but maybe I just wait a little bit with my questions.
Victoria, would you like us to find a word here now, to do that here now, or are we having time for that, or let's just do it?
No, I love to get things done. So
Yes,
we're recording right now. So we're recording. Yeah. We've got everybody is here. And so we could start here, and then we could pull it into the group as one of our first tasks. And to just get that name would be really lovely, I think, for us.
Could you repeat your one, Kathy, again?
So I think this global communities is exactly what it describes on the box. I think the name that needs to change is the parent circle.
Yes.
So what we have in the parent circles, and I'll just share screens for people to go back to, is we've got these 3 parent circles here, and we've called it the community circle. And I wonder, because it's focused on fostering connections, it could be the communications circle.
Yes.
Well, there is the subcircle that's communications too. What about the connection circle, or the connectivity circle? It's all about connection.
Connection circle, yeah.
Yes.
Because because the communications circle is all about drafting communications, receiving communications, listening, hearing.
Connection is actually what we're doing, right? I mean,
it's the network, you know, it's the network. So to connect means to network. And then that would be the communications, and then global communities.
It could be networking. I'll just share the sub-circle slide as well, because some of you might not have seen that. So here we've got this is where we are at the moment in the community circle, which my proposal is that name needs to change. And we've got communications circle in that, we've got global community circle in that, and we've got research and initiatives in that.
You know, so I totally agree with you, Kathy, that the global community is such a perfect name for this circle. And, you know, you guys are also referring to sharing best practices that would live in this, that it's all about that, like the interconnectivity of it. And so changing the parent circle name. Since it is a parent circle name, do we need to put it out to the other circles, or propose something here and then just put it out and see if everyone's okay with it? How do you recommend going about that?
I would suggest it needs to be run through the communication circle, the sub-circles of this.
Yeah.
Of this group. So communications and research. I don't think there's much happened on research yet, but.
Well, the good news is you guys just came up with the name for this one, though.
Right.
Global communities.
That's true. We have a name. I saw something like social in the circle, and but because I find social is also not such a bad word for the mother circle, to call it something. But I don't know if that's already used also as a sub-circle. That was my question, because I saw it in yellow, so like marked social something, but I don't know exactly why it is marked and if it's important. Social groups. Oh, Yeah, I don't know what that is, but
So I believe that's marked because we're not doing anything with it. It's marked as, it's highlighted, which is, yeah, it should have a strike through, really, like visible but not dormant. So
That's
it's
right,
not
okay.
highlighted because it's super important, but rather than it's not. Is that correct, Carver?
Sorry, you guys. Yeah, anything that's yellow it just doesn't exist yet.
Mhm.
Like inquiry circles would be an in-person format of meeting to do the practice in person. And right now we're not quite there. We're just focusing on digital.
I'm wondering if we fall in, create a little bit of a bump in the road if we ever decide to do some kind of social networking with the communications. If we were to do like a platform for our socializing, then we would have that word already. And so that's my only, sort of, I shouldn't be thinking in the future, but I am, there it is, that maybe we would have a social network or social platform for members, and then we wouldn't want to use the word social.
Mhm.
Also the word social media. So if there is there
Yeah.
could be even a subcircle that totally dedicates itself to getting the work community out onto social media. And then that would also create more confusion as well. As much as I agree, I love the word, I'm also thinking ahead for that word.
And
Do you guys
about a cover, may I just bring up your idea again? You said global connections, right? Instead of changing everything else, you said global connections was your word?
like connectivity, connection, bringing together? It's something that, maybe there's another word that I'm missing. But yeah, it's the connection circle.
I mean, global connections, I like that somehow because we don't need to change so much. And we don't have to have so much interaction with other people. So global community connection, I don't know, I'm not a native speaker, so. But is there a way not to have to change the whole system?
I actually like global connections, and there's a reason for that. We have been probably a little too organized with individual versus groups versus associations versus partnerships, nonprofits. If we just say global connections, then that would be inclusive of all groups, all associations, and all individuals.
All research and initiative, best
Mhm.
practices.
Ah,
Yeah, I like that.
yeah, I like it too. Also, connection is like something also essential, I think, in the work and what actually happens, no? And connection, exactly, because for me, it's always, I'm always thinking also my questions around what is a community, what makes a community, it's what two people already, or not, and then maybe we just go with connection. Also, I'm just up for that, and I like it.
Sounds good to me.
Feels free.
mhm.
Any objections to changing global communities to global connections?
I love it. And do you want me to circulate it with the communications circle in the RII? But I don't see them not loving this
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I love it.
Mhm. So, Victoria, you have your short and simple thing done now.
Oh, I can, the piece of it.
Yeah, and I love that you said this priority thing, that first we are gathering more people, and I would suggest I would love to do with just one or two people together, like an onboarding process or a spreadsheet from what we have said that we're sending out to the whole group here and also to the other people. I just need to find out who is active. Because if we're having 27 people in our WhatsApp group and perhaps we are only 8 people who are active, this might be a little bit confusing. I just need to find that out. And then we can work into these tasks lists, like finding what works, what doesn't work, putting in people or associations in this already existing spreadsheet on Google Docs from Cover, and then also the needs that possibly are there, like, yeah, what do we need to know about the countries? What difficulties, even political difficulties, are they having? How can we make things available and stuff like that? What resources we have, how we onboard people, and so, and also visions, what we like to have and we don't see yet, but what could be beautiful to have and to expand in the world. So I would love to have just those 5 items on a list and all the association and bring them in a certain form onto the website. And what we're doing right now is that we're having the name of the association. We're having the link, either or Facebook links for some associations or website links, and the contact person. Sometimes there are 2 or 3 that we can contact, and have getting how we can contact, yes, with them, and making perhaps in the future, that would be my vision, a group call with, like in January or February, to have a Zoom call with the contact persons of all the associations. I think that could be so much fun to just listen what's already there. So that is, this is from my part for the moment.
My suggestion, that sounds absolutely brilliant, Heike. And my suggestion would be, whoever the contact person is listed on the work community website, on the listing of the global connections, that they are also, or one of them, if there's more than one, that you identify which one of them is willing to come into the work community and work with the, so they are the reps, they are the liaison people to come to the work community as well as within their own association.
Well, and just to share too, if this supports is, if once we get the web page up and running, we can create a communities@theworkcommunity.com or a generic email for incoming communications, or as well as a submission form, if that supports you. That way, if someone steps in and someone steps out, it's just a matter of handing the password of that email account to the new rep.
I don't know if I understood what you said.
Sorry. So
that people can sign up themselves. Did I get it right on the website?
Yeah, so let's say, for example, we have the communities page and it lists all the communities, and someone sees it and says, I have a community, I want to be on there. We could have do you have a community? Click here. Here's a submission form. Share your information. And then if there's questions, or if communities want to get in touch with the work community, we have an email address as well, which would be communities@theworkcommunity.com or globalcommunities@theworkcommunity.com. And Heike, you could have access to that and maybe some other people on your team so that it's constantly being monitored. But then that way, if there's ever a turn in staff or volunteers or support, it's just a matter of handing over the password to that email account and access to that Google survey. So it's just, it can live on.
That sounds great to me. So it goes both ways. We are searching and they can find us. And so, yeah, that sounds beautiful. Thank you, Cover, for making this happen. Oh, thank you. And
we had a new person join, Mapu.
Oh, yes, I thought she dropped out again because I didn't see her video. Mapu?
No, I am here.
Now we see you.
Hi, hello everybody. I'm sorry I'm late, but I'm happy to be here and to listen. I'm not sure that I have anything really to offer. What I have been doing is reaching out to the people that I know in Latin America and in Spain. We have some influencers that have been doing the work for a while. But I haven't heard back, and I was waiting a little bit to reach out again, and that's what I'm working on right now.
Sounds great. And you're here for the perfect timing, as I think we say that here. So I
Thank
just
you.
don't know, is your name Mapu or is that just a sub name? I don't know.
Sub name, but no, Karina, and some people know me as Mapu, so I have both.
Ah, okay. So just if you appear on the WhatsApp group, I just don't know who you are, you know. So
Yes, now in the community for the work, they know me as Kari.
yeah, and from where exactly are you coming now?
I am in Austin, Texas.
Austin. Mhm.
Yes, but I'm originally from Mexico.
Ah, okay, like Jacinta
Yes.
here. That is great
Ah,
to have you. I mean, we have made a recording that you just jumped into, so you can watch what you have missed, what we were discussing about, and we are
perfect.
happy about your
Yes,
input on that.
perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. And so in the interest of time, I would say, are there any more questions, suggestions before we close the call?
Is this call content like only between the people who join in, or if someone interested, I can, instead of I explain a lot, I can share the video with that person so that person know a little bit more about what's going on?
From my part, yes.
Yes, I would say yes.
Oh,
Any
yeah.
concerns about this? No, so you can share that.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
And thank you for asking that. Yeah, Jacinta.
Yeah, no. I actually, you said, well, first, Heike, it's like if after this call and everything, I have questions or to refer to someone, I have the feeling you've been leading this group. Is you the contact person? Like I can address to you directly, or that's not the case, or can I just contact, I don't know, Victoria or Katie, or is there something like that?
As I understood it, I have the head on my head for this global connection group on WhatsApp, since Kathy and Victoria are in many other boards, and I understand it that we are all equals and that you can reach out to anyone. And I just followed the simple directions to do this call tonight, and you can reach out to any of us.
But let's say you have the most information, let's say like you are gathering the information and things like that, or
yeah, and you can really send it out to me. I'd be happy to do that, and I'm also happy to ask the others, and if team is needed. Yeah, send it to me. To be clear, yes, send it to me, and yeah.
okay.
If anyone has concerns about that, please.
I feel I have a suggestion. Maybe our website can be a multi-language website to have maybe Chinese version, English version.
I love that. And that is actually one of our ideas and suggestions. And that's going to be a really heavy lift to localize it, but 1000% multilingual.
Yeah, language barrier. Because some people.
Yeah, and that would be really helpful too with the global communities. Heike, is the plan was to put all the content, the language in an Excel doc, and then create columns with each language and have someone go through and just translate the English.
I can help with that. I mean, now the AI translation is very good, but I can ask it to translate first, and then I do the adjusting to make it sounds more
make sure
natural.
that it sounds right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And I really don't know if my AI tool is working with your language. I have never tried it on Asian languages. It works with European ones and American. And so I would
sure. You can share with me. I can check it out.
Yes. Great.
Okay. Are you talking about DeepL or something else?
Yeah, I have got the pro version of DeepL, and, and that worked.
Yeah, it's quite good, but I think it's mainly for European languages.
What's the name of it? What's the
Deep
name?
L, like
How-
deep and the letter L behind
Oh,
it.
Deep L.
Yes.
Oh, Deep L has Chinese for sure, 100%.
Yeah.
I know that. It's just they have a paid version. I didn't pay.
I have the paid version, so if there are any needs, you can send.
Oh, using the
Really
API
quickly,
then can
1
translate.
minute. Sorry. You say? Sorry.
Yeah, they have an API key, right? And then people can use it to translate very fast. Yeah,
Mhm.
thank you. Yeah, if you can share some with me after the meeting, I'm already uploading some good information online, so that will make it easier to translate.
I
Thank you.
will. I noted that.
And just one more question. You talk also, or I don't know if you hack it somewhere else, to capture individuals around the world. I mean, and then to put them in a list or to bring them to the WhatsApp group, or and
No,
doesn't
not
matter.
also the what's.
No,
Yeah,
because
sorry.
it's good. Tell me.
I think there are two things that I need to remind myself to as well, because some of them would like to be volunteers to help doing what we are doing, like doing research in the world for finding others. And the other part is finding associations or groups and contact persons that we're putting on the list, where other people who try to find people in their country where they can do the work with or get input, but they're not necessarily in our WhatsApp group, you know. Otherwise, we would have been expanding and yeah.
Yeah, I wanted just to clarify that because I also thought that's not a great idea, and just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it actually happened already. That brought this confusion. That's what I'm trying to find out, if the people who are in this group already up there, if they're volunteers or just been brought in for confusion. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to distinguish, especially in the WhatsApp groups, the volunteers circles and then the actual circles of the different communities who are, you know, like find a partner circle for volunteer circle, find a partner is all about, you know, how do we do that, best practice, what's the protocol, how are we going to get people to find a partner, what are we asking people who do, you know, do the volunteering organization of finding a partner. And then there's find a partner, like just jump on, put your name and get a partner to do the work. That's the actual running of it. So to distinguish the two things, the running of something and then the organization of it, of that running, if that makes sense.
Yeah, thank you for your clear words. Yeah. Yeah, I would love to end our meeting for today here. And I would suggest that we are meeting, in a few weeks. And I have also a suggestion for an appointment date. And I think I'm going to do a poll in our group, so we have a little bit more time and space to think about it. And it might be around the 29th of November, starting there, and more appointment suggestions for the following 2 weeks. And we see what's fitting the best for us all. And for now, I thank you all so much for your dedication, for the work, for engaging here, and for showing up. This is so beautiful. Thank you for doing your work.
Well,
Thank you,
this
Heike.
this recording being sent through email, or may I ask?
Yeah, can you give me your email here so that I can write it out? Or are you in the WhatsApp group?
I'm in the WhatsApp group.
Okay, so let's connect. Let's connect there.
Okay.
So and write everything there. I will sort it out. I will find a way to
Thank
sort
you,
that out.
Heike. Thank you so much.
And
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kathy, and to Victoria, who supported me so much with the slides. I was totally lost, and for clarifying all the knowledge that I don't have and you have already from your board. Thank you for your services. So amazing. So
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
bye-bye.
Kathy. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
嗨，我在这里陪着你，有心事也可以跟我说哦。
Oh, I'm still here because I'm reading what Kava was writing.